Hello there, everybody. How are y'all doing? It's Katie here, the Mountain Mystic, and I'm so happy to be here with you today for another embodiment practice-centered video. This is our space that we get to come together in practice to do those new earth embodiment practices that I love so much because they bring us back into the space that matters more than anywhere else. That space within self. That space where you can find yourself grounded, present, centered, aligned within self. And if you're thinking, wow, this sounds like a selfish path, this is, just about me. No, this is about you, your ability to do that important work within so that you can walk through life skillfully, shining your light in the world, spreading your love in the ways that are unique to you, being in service the ways that you can to the best of your ability. This is about your healing, yes, because your healing matters, but it's also about your healing so that you can show up in the world as that more skillful version of yourself. This is about your empowerment so that you can show up in this world and be the person you were meant to be. Look, guys, we all know we're in big times, we're in wild times, we're in chaotic times. We're in times where there is wounding happening at a level that I, for one, never thought that the Western world was going to experience again, but here we are. And there are reasons for that, right? There are reasons why things are looking like we've taken a giant step back when really we're right where we are because we have allowed those deep, shadowy parts of self to continue to live on. There are people in this world who have been able to live with these shadowy parts of self and get away with it. And part of stepping into New Earth is a collective agreement that we are done. We are not coming back here again. And the fact is, where we are now, we have got to step it up. There is powerful healing that needs to be done here. There is powerful work to be done. The journey begins by turning your lens, your consciousness inward. What are the ways that you are continuing to perpetuate harm? What are the ways that you are being unskillful? What are the ways that you are limiting your power to shine your light so that you can go solve those problems, address those challenges, heal the wounds that are ready for your magic and your medicine? Okay, let's do this practice today. Let's do this practice. If you've been here with me before, you know what we're getting into, but for everybody, whether you've been here before or not, what we are going to be doing here is an embodiment practice, turning inward, doing some grounding, connecting into self and connecting to the world that expands beyond self. This is this core of this framework, this embodied practice-centered framework that I teach, is this going within and expanding outward. As within, so without. As above, so below. This is the territory we're working in. So let's get started. Let's get started to the degree that you are able, releasing the distractions. If you've been multitasking, this is a good time to focus your full attention here. Coming to a seated position if you aren't already. Finding your feet on the floor, your seat in the chair. The important part being here, really connecting to your root in connection to the physical surface beneath you. Breathing into this space. So calling upon your breath to ground into your body. Breathing into your body as you feel into that physical connection to the ground beneath you. Breathing into your body as you feel into that physical ground beneath you. I'm going to stay here for several breaths. Breathing into your body. Maybe breathe into your rib cage, the three-dimensional expansion of your rib cage. Maybe breathe into your abdomen, that same three-dimensional expansion of your abdomen. Maybe you breathe as your whole body, using your breath to bring more of your awareness, your attention, your consciousness into self, your physical body, and turn your energetic body. Again, bringing some of that awareness to your root, your seat, the soles of your feet, and connection to ground and connection to that physical surface beneath you. Breathing here. And from this space, invitation, we're going to do some deeper grounding, some grounded connection to Earth herself. So from this space, an invitation to bring your consciousness down further, descending down through your root, down into that physical ground beneath you, down through the floorboards, the foundation, down into the earth herself, meeting the earth herself. Visualizing dirt, rock, soil, grass. What is here? What is here as you come into conscious connection with Earth herself? Continuing those deep breaths as you come into conscious connection with Earth herself as this ground beneath you. From this space, if it feels aligned to do so, inviting in some deeper grounding. At this point, really shifting into the space of allowing yourself to be guided. This is not in any way, shape, or form a forcing. This is an allowing, as you allow yourself to be guided further down into Earth. Maybe you even lean back a little bit. It's like a getting out of the way. Getting yourself, your little self, your egoic wants out of the way as you are guided down through Earth herself. Inviting in any imagery here that's here, dirt, rock, root, soil. Is there water here? Is there nutrient-dense soil here? Is there rock here? Are there roots here? What is here for you today as you find this grounding connection with Earth? How does she wish to meet you today? What does she wish to gift you with today? Because Mother Earth knows what you need. Is there water here? Is there nourishment here? Are there roots here? Maybe there's fire here. What's here that you might be needing today? And if you're willing, really opening up to receive what is here, a gift from Earth herself. She who is always here to bring you nourishment, to bring you support. What does she have to gift you with today? few more moments to be here. Asking if there's any last thing to happen here. And as we prepare to return, to reascend, an invitation, and I strongly invite you to do this one here, to fill your heart with gratitude. Physically feeling into your heart as you fill it with gratitude for Earth, for the gifting she just brought you, for all that she brings to you. And as you start to reascend back up into self, letting this gratitude pour on down through you, down out through your root and down into the very earth herself. Reascending into self, pouring out this gratitude. Taking your time to come back up through the earth, up through your root, the soles of your feet, your seat, up into your body, breathing into your body. Breathing into your body. As you find yourself up in your body, taking some time to recenter in self. Feeling into your heart, breathing into your heart, maybe bringing in little bits of movement, really centering in your body, centering in self. Breathing into self. From this space, I think we're going to do two more things here. The first thing, an invitation to call in some light. Asking yourself first, what's your natural way to call in the light? For example, I start to feel it in my heart. It's like my heart starts to build, glow with light. I've also been trained to call in that light from above, call it in from those heights. It's like a waterfall of light that can just pour down through my crown and into my body. How do you want to call in the light in this moment? And calling it in, whether you're building it from within, whether you're calling it in from above, maybe you're calling it in from elsewhere. But allowing yourself to be filled with this light, this divine light, if that word resonates with you. If not, you might call it love, you might call it consciousness, higher consciousness. So as you sit here grounded, rooted, connected as the embodied being that you are, invitation to call in this light, to let this light fill you, to fill your whole body, to fill your whole being. Breathing it in, really using your breath to help bring this light into self. And maybe you notice certain parts of self or that you can feel more easily. For a lot of us, it's more natural to fill our hearts with light. Maybe you notice, wow, like this light doesn't really want to go down beyond my heart. So maybe use your breath and intention, maybe physical touch, to really invite this light down into your abdomen, down into your root. Can you let your whole self, your whole body, your whole being be filled with this light as you sit here grounded, rooted? Few more moments to do this practice. If you want to hit that pause button to really call it in and invite it into all those different nooks and crannies within self. We're going to move on here. Final piece. Now that we have grounded, rooted, centered in self, called in all this light, what we're going to do now is expand it. So if you're willing, if it feels aligned, starting to expand this light, feeling as this light starts to permeate out of your skin, filling your immediate environment, filling the whole of the room you're in. Really letting this light fill the whole of the room you are in. Letting it expand further outward, out beyond these walls, out beyond the building. It's consuming the whole building that you're in. Now further into your community, into your environment. We're going to rest here for several breaths, really building this light out into the whole environment, the whole community that you find yourself in. Breathing deeply, breathing powerfully as you hold this light in the whole ecosystem, the whole community that you find yourself in. Inviting in any images, any intuitions, anything that drops into your mind, into your awareness here that is meaningful to you about what is happening here. Inviting it in if it's welcome, but not attaching to it. You don't need it. Continuing to expand now, expanding out beyond your immediate community and ecosystem, out to spanning the whole country that you find yourself in. Breathing into the space, holding the light here. Is there anything that drops into mind that is meaningful to you as you hold the light in this space? And continuing outwards, spanning oceans, spanning continents until this light wraps around the whole of planet Earth. Holding the whole of planet Earth in this light. Breathing here as you hold the whole of planet Earth in this light. Breathing here. Once more, is there anything that drops into mind that is meaningful for you here? Not needing anything, not attaching to anything, but if there's any insight here as to what is unfolding, inviting it in. And last piece, is there anywhere on Earth that is calling in this light? Maybe it's somewhere nearby, maybe it's somewhere on the other side of the Earth. Is there anywhere that's sort of thirsting for this light, that's calling it in, that's saying, hey, over here, I could use more of this light, more of this love? Maybe it's a healing. Maybe it's something to be brought to your awareness. What is unfolding for you and for this space as you allow yourself to step into this conscious, love-filled connection with this place on planet Earth? Staying with your breath, holding space here. When you're ready, we're going to start to release this light slowly, carefully, returning to self. Can let that light go. Let it go on its way to do what it will that's serving the highest. And if it's serving the highest, it's serving you, and it's serving the whole of planet Earth. Bringing your consciousness now back into self. Centering in self. Once again, breathing your whole body as you feel your feet on the floor, your seat in your chair. Really breathing into self, letting your breath guide you back to self. centering in self. Orienting yourself in the room you are in. Taking your time to come back. Knowing that the powerful light and love, whatever words you want to put to that we just shared, will continue to work its magic as the days, weeks, months go on. Maybe you get hits of intuition of what that meant, what you did. Maybe you get an action step, something to go do. Because maybe this light was bringing your consciousness, your awareness to something that is asking for your attention, because you can serve by taking action to help this space. Remembering this principle that we stand on, this as within, so without, as above, so below. We've been living in this world that's been very masculine, right? It's what we speak to as patriarchy. And in this worldview, we like to divide, we like to separate, we like to isolate. We tend to think of the individual versus the collective. It's self versus other. And what we're doing here is many, many, many things. But I'd like to speak to the number one thing we're doing here is dissolving that old narrative. It's not serving anymore. It certainly served certain purposes, but on the whole, it's not serving anymore. And part of New Earth, part of stepping into this space, is a way of being in life where we know ourselves as part of the whole. Yes, we are our own sovereign beings. So we get to work within self. We get to focus within self. We get to care for self. We get to let our desire come through to move us to where we want to go, because we deserve joy and fulfillment. And we are connected to a bigger whole. What we do within ripples outward. It affects our immediate environment, our communities, and it ripples out across the whole planet Earth and beyond if we want to go there. So I'm speaking these days about walking the embodied path and co-creating New Earth. Many people in my communities are speaking to, becoming the new human. What does this mean? Well, it comes down to this work, this practice that we did today. What did we do today? We grounded in. We tune into the physical, biological nature of who we are as self, as the sovereign beings that we are, and further in direct connection to planet Earth. From this space, we call in a whole bunch of light. We can put different words to what this is. We can call this the divine. We can call this higher consciousness. Right? There's a whole field, a whole playground here where we can work with what we call in. But at the highest level, or we can say the most general level, calling in that high level light to fill self, because again, you as the sovereign being that you are deserve to be filled with this light. To know yourself as this light. And from here we expanded it as we know ourselves as part of the whole, interconnected. Of course, as we do this, our minds are only going to understand little bits and pieces of it. So today, I hope you got a few bits and pieces, some mind food to help nourish your mind and quench that thirst for the need to know about what's happening and what we're doing in life. But what we're doing goes so far beyond what you are tuned into. And when you do this work, what you experience is that if we don't attach ourselves to the need to know right now, then days, weeks, months, or years down the road, then we may be offered that hit. Oh, I've been doing that. Oh, this has been in the works. Now I see. More bits and pieces anyway. I'm still waiting for the whole picture. Sure, I'll get that once I'm on the other side, hopefully. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today in this space. I love bringing you these practices. The only way I'm able to bring you these practices in this format is by those of you who take that next step to go to my website, to subscribe to the newsletter, to sign up for those offerings, membership, workshops, working with me one-on-one. I give these practices to you freely because it is my gift to the world, because I am holding space for collective healing. And I know that this is how we heal this great mess of things on planet Earth. How we transform is by doing this work. But I can only continue to do this work if I'm being supported. And again, you can book a call with me. You can sign up for membership. You can go purchase one of those workshops. There is so much going on at upwardslopes.com right now. Go check it out. I look forward to hanging out with you in those spaces as well as here. Of course, if you are getting something out of this, which I assume you are because you're with me here at the end, make sure you've hit that like button. Make sure you've hit that subscribe button. Turn on those notifications. Okay, deep breath. Integrating everything we've done today. Knowing that this very well could have been a powerful practice for you. So take care of yourself. Drink water, eat food, get the rest you need, take care of your body, take care of yourself. And I look forward to seeing you next time.